let's also don our robes, put on our wigs, and take a step into the Slash Film Court.
Slash Film Court. Slash Film
Court. Slash the truth. You can't handle the truth. Slash trial is out.
Court's adjourned. Slash Film Court.
Of course, the Slash Film Court is the segment of the show where we adjudicate your movie-related dilemmas. We got this email in from Patrick, who writes into /filmcast@gmail.com. Longtime listener, Devindra, Dave, and Jeff. Since I was in high school, I am now in my 30s. I don't know if this should be a film court or what, but I have to share an incredibly bizarre experience I encountered at the movies lately. On Saturday night, I went to see Ari Aster introduce the director's cut of JFK, a 3.5-hour-long movie. I was more than enthusiastic to see the film on the big screen in a packed house, but that excitement turned to panic when, to my and my fellow audience members' horror, a couple walked in with a baby, right as Aster wrapped his introduction. Now, I try not to judge. I understand babysitters are expensive. I have no problem with babies at a typical screening. When I saw Sonic 3, there were at least 5 babies in the theater. That was fine. I knew I was on enemy turf. But am I right to say that bringing a baby to a 3.5-hour-long movie is certifiably insane? Not 2 steps into the theater, the baby began to cry, causing everyone to tense up. What horror were we about to endure? Thankfully, the parents were quick to remove the baby when I cried, which was often. But that still meant multiple instances of baby cries, followed by shuffling and seat moving every 10 to 15 minutes over the course of a 3-hour-long movie. But okay, sure. Whatever. Maybe the parents were huge fans of JFK. I don't agree with it, but at least they tried to be courteous. I was willing to forget and forgive. 2 days later, I went to another screening, this time of John Woo's Bullet in the Head, a 2.5-hour-long epic in which hundreds of people are violently killed and multiple characters are tortured. I was enjoying the film just fine until I heard, you guessed it, a baby crying. I thought, no way in hell is this happening again. But after a few seconds, I turn around to see the same couple.
What?
With what I presume to be the same baby at another wildly inappropriate screening, this time on a Tuesday night.
Is this some sort of boss baby that's deciding where to go?
Boss baby. The baby is choosing the movies.
It's a boss baby.
He's going in to see John Woo's Bullet in the Head, and he's like, I'm getting a lot of boss baby vibes from this. Anyway, I truly am not sure what to do. It appears not only does this couple share in my enthusiasm for film, they also appear to have the exact same taste that I do. I feel this puts me in a special position to confront them should I encounter them again. I know Jeff and Devindra are parents. I'd love to get their perspective on what, if anything, I should say. Love the show as always. Patrick. End quote.
Wow, this is a tougher Slash Film Court because it doesn't just require us to render judgment. It requires us to sort of dictate a plan of attack. And I don't know. I don't know if we're qualified.
There's nothing you can do here. There's nothing you can really do. Like the public ire of a crying baby in a theater is less than enough. They do this enough. And everyone turns to them. And
yet it wasn't. I think what he's saying is it was not enough for them.
And here's the thing. I don't think it's necessarily always a bad idea. Like culturally, different places you go, babies are in the movies. Babies are in the theaters. Like it's fine. Especially if it's like a big action epic or something or whatever. Like whatever. It's not a big deal. JFK? I don't know. Bullet in the Head. I don't know if that's a loud enough movie for it to really survive. But I've been through New York theaters. I go to theaters here where I feel like a lot of the moviegoers do the Indian tradition, which is literally the entire family goes to the movies. So if it's like 10 p.m., 11 p.m., all the kids, all the babies at the movies. And those movies are 3 hours long. They do it every weekend I'm there. The whole family's there. Like, okay. They're doing it like they did like back in India and places where like it was accepted that kids exist in society and they can come to the theater. It sucks. It sucks for quiet movies like JFK. That's what I'd say. Bullet in the Head may be pretty loud.
There's no Oliver Stone movie where this is appropriate. There's no Oliver Stone movie.
It's really a Natural Born Killers baby, I think.
Yeah, Natural Born Killers baby.
Platoon baby. This is a real Platoon baby.
He really likes Snowden. He was really into Snowden. Yeah.
Here's the conundrum. Here's the problem.
Yes.
You're right on the razor's edge because these could be your best friends in the whole world.
Exactly.
Except for the fact that they have terrible taste in bringing children to places. You know, They could be your favorite. That you could have a lifelong friendship with these people, sharing a love of obscure older movies. Well, I guess they're not that obscure, but you know what I'm saying. Obscure to the youths of today, except for the fact that this is a bad idea to bring the baby. And I don't know how you can. I probably would say something because I'm an a-hole, but I might say like, you know.
Here's my supposition, Jeff. Is I think these people don't know they're being assholes. That is. Let's start with that premise.
Well, then that's.
And I would say to them, I don't know if you're aware, but when you bring a baby to the theater, it's extremely disruptive and it stresses everyone out.
Yeah.
And then they're like, whoa, that is news to me. That is news to me.
And they'll take that. And, thank you, kind sir. Thank you for that kindly advice.
I doff my cap to you.
I had never assumed.
I would like to share an anecdote that I can't really share, but I will try to talk about in vague enough terms that I can share it. Very recently,
this is the story of how Jeff could not have brought a baby to the Matrix when he first saw it and ruined the screening for everyone.
Exactly. Maybe he's got to learn about simulation theory. Okay. Yeah.
I recently got into altercation would be too strong of a word. Confrontation.
Wow.
With an individual at the movie theater for this very thing where it was, I have seen you do this a number of times at other screenings. And I've had enough of that.
Oh, and okay. So, who is saying it to who?
I am saying it to this person.
And this is like a critic screening. Because that's why
I'm not gonna name.
Oh, okay.
Occupations.
It would have to. It would have to.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Yeah. And so there was a pattern that I was noticing. And it irked me. And I found myself in close proximity to this person that I did not know personally, but I recognized a number of times doing a thing. And so I walked up to that person and I said it to them in what I consider to be a very friendly way, but also a very adamant way.
I hope it wasn't writing in their notebook, which is part of their job, Jeff. It was,
yes.
No.
Okay, okay. Writing in their notebook. It was something more disruptive.
And by the way, we have not specified the job, David.
Oh yeah, right. A mystery. Sorry, it's a mystery screening that Jeff regularly attends with normal people.
That's right. Where I see the same people
with Jen Pop. With Jen Pop.
It could be anything. Anyone.
Okay, sorry. You're right. I was just saying, if writing in their notebooks happened to be part of their job description.
It's a weird supposition to make.
It would be dismaying if you were giving them a hard time about that. But you're saying it's something more disruptive. Something more disruptive than that. Something more annoying and disruptive than that.
Something more annoying to me personally.
It's a personal.
And are you going to say what? Are you going to say what it is, Jeff? Or are you unable to?
No, but that's immaterial
how
to the
personal
story.
Is this irksome, Jeff? Like, is this a widely regarded annoying behavior?
I was noticing what I consider to be someone not considering everybody else. You know what I mean?
Okay, sure.
And I made
super
that note.
vague, but okay. Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to be. Because here's how this. So this was a person that is older than me, more established than me. And yes. So anyway, so I thought I was being very friendly. I put my hand on his shoulder and said a thing.
Oh boy.
And that was not taken well. And there was some back and forth, and I did not back down. And I will tell you, I then went to my seat, and I as I am wont to do, was there significantly early. And so there was a period of time where the movie was still not starting. And this individual made a point to come up to me, walk from their seat all the way over to my seat after, 15 minutes and apologize.
Oh,
I thought it was extremely, I gained a lot of respect for this person because the initial interaction was very negative and very confrontational and a lot of mind your own business.
Yeah, I love this, Jeff.
And I was so heartened because they came over and they introduced themselves and we shook hands and they said, I apologize. I did not intend to convey the thing that you interpreted. And I said, well, I really appreciate it. I was trying to, say so in good faith and just kind of make you. So I'm telling this anecdote to reinforce what you said, Dave, which is sometimes people don't understand the way they're coming off, and you will likely get some pushback initially, but there's a chance that will sink in over time. And that no one likes being told they did something wrong in public.
Yeah.
No matter how respectfully you attempt to do it. And I think that again, the character of this individual, and there are people who I think will reinforce that in the world. Maybe they're rare, but they exist, where maybe even after the pushback, they can think about it and consider it and realize, wow, there was a kernel of truth to that, even if it hurt to hear, or I didn't like the way that person said it or the context in which they said it. So I don't know. I am in favor of making someone aware, but I'm also an asshole. So, who knows?
And also, there may be different levels of screenings. There may be different types of screenings, in which case you don't know. You don't know what the reaction's going to be.
Right.
What would you... I've already put out my way of letting them know, which would be extremely brusque. My wife and I have very different ways of communicating with people, right? I am extremely direct.
Yeah.
And she is nice.
You're direct.
She is...
What about that sleeping gentleman?
Look, that was a horrible
That was
error.
so direct.
That was a horrible error, But
by the way, another quick anecdote. That happened to me at the screening of Caught Stealing. It was so funny. I was like, I'm in a surreal moment. The people next to me, full horizontal, the seats go full horizontal.
Yeah.
They had the blankets, they did the whole thing, and I sat next, and I realized that before the trailer started, they were both asleep. Like before the trailer started, I had my AirPods in, and I was doing my closed eyes thing.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is gonna be bad. Like 10 minutes into the movie, snoring, and I was like, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe I'm in Dave's nightmare right now. Do I do it? Can I do it? And I just looked over, and the girlfriend made eye contact with me and nodded, and then poked him and woke him awake. It was amazing.
That's
there
nice.
you go.
It was amazing. I love that.
Communication.
Yeah. Not as effective if the guy is by himself. And
Correct. I was very lucky. I was like, well, this is my crucible. What I've come to a where do I stand? My recommendations are being met with a true test.
Yes.
Anyway,
Yes.
Well, see,
well,
you
Jeff,
made
I'm glad
some action, Jeff.
You got the easy way out on that one, Jeff.
I sure did.
Out on that one.
Yeah.
May you none of you be tested as I was. May none of you be tested. Okay. Final question before we move on, Jeff. Any recommendation of how you would how would you say it to this couple next time he goes to go see Silo, the 100 Days of Sodom, and this person bring 120 Days of Sodom, and this couple brings their baby with them to 120 Days of Sodom. Like, what would you say to them?
I would probably not do it in the best way. I would probably be like, oh, hey, the baby like JFK? Did the baby, indicate that I'm aware that this has been happening?
Yeah, okay, yeah, because you're kind of you don't like direct confrontation. You kind of would do it in a passive aggressive way, right?
Yeah,
probably. Here's what I would do. I would wait until in my fantasy world, right, where I would actually do something. I would wait until after the screening is over, right, and then go up to them and say, "Hey, it really stressed me out that you brought a baby." And I think other people feel the same way.
That probably works better than my life.
Do
they like hard-boiled more than JFK, or which is the baby like the best?
Bullet in the head, Jeff.
Bullet in the head. Sorry. Yeah.
But I like that you're conversant in John Woo films, Jeff. Okay. Anyway, Patrick, Godspeed. If you see this baby at a theater again, you have to tell us.
I think it's
So-
more like they're ultimately, you don't have to be an asshole. You don't have to be aggro about it. Sorry, Jeff. But somehow that is like, whenever we come up to these things, Jeff comes up with the most passive aggressive,
Yes.
jerky response. This is rough, Jeff.
Guilty as
like,
charged.
I
That's
wanna run
super
into you in
passive aggressive,
public.
I have to say.
Super. But if you see these people multiple times at screenings, sounds like, yes, your tastes do align. Maybe you could just strike up a conversation and just be like, so what did you think of this? Oh, I don't know if I'd bring my kid to this movie. You know, like I wish I could bring my kids
To be honest,
movies.
hard to concentrate with a baby in the theater. Anyway,
Yeah.
If you choose how you want to walk through life, and if that's how you want to do it, don't be surprised when you get punched in the face.
yeah.
Is your position, Devindra, to live and let live on this one? To just like be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot always conform the world to your specifications. Like unfortunately,
I feel
and the
like that's
baby
what
comes
I
they're
would
to
doing.
argue these
It's on
people
short.
are being quite inconsiderate.
They are being
and they
jerks.
and they
Yes,
need to be
yes.
and they need to be ideally they need to be told that is kind of what
Oh,
where
okay.
we're coming
Well,
from.
you can be the big man and tell them however you
Yes.
want. But also
In a
your
passive-aggressive manner, as
taste,
Jeff would.
your taste do align, and you could just like start talking about movies. And I think a lot of parents are aware that their kids are disruptive. You can't be a parent without being aware that wherever you go, you have like a crying, screaming, stinking little creature. And maybe they just like are like, maybe we can get away with this. Maybe we could do this. This one thing we love. And maybe after you, especially if you've seen them twice now, you can start having that conversation, being like, well, it's, how is the baby taking it? Like, is that okay with you? Can you enjoy the movie? Like, it's more like you're taking the baby out of this thing that you're trying to make special, right? Maybe that's not the best movie going experience for you either, or for other people around you. But it depends on the movie. It does depend on the movie. JFK, not the
Absolutely.
best one.
If
Yeah.
it's Ari Aster introducing JFK, that is not a
Yeah.
movie to take your baby to.
Not the
Sonic
best
3, totally fine.
Sonic 3, whatever.
But there you have the full. I don't think we have a unanimous verdict on this one, guys. I think Jeff
It's a tough
Kanata
one.
is say something passive aggressive. I'm like say something direct to them, and then Devindra's like live and let live. We're all coming at this from a different point of view. So you choose, as Devindra put it so eloquently, you choose how you want to walk through life, Patrick. And thank you so much for the email.
The good news is, if you keep going to these screenings, you're really going to get to see this baby grow up.
Yeah, there you go. It's gonna be a hell of a cinephile. This baby's gonna know shit.
I mean, that's the
He's gonna
one
know
comfort
everything.
we can take from this is
Yeah.
that their parents appear to have excellent taste in films. So,
And maybe that's the goal. They're like, this is how you make the next Quentin Tarantino. You start them young.
thank you so much for watching this video of the Filmcast. Check out these other videos that we have available, and be sure to hit like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon to get other videos from us in the future.
You can also go to thefilmcast.com to catch all of our audio podcast versions of all of our episodes.
And support this podcast at patreon.com/filmpodcast, where you can sign up for ad-free episodes and exclusive After Darks.
Thanks so much to everyone who makes the Filmcast possible.